Now for our feature story of the day. Let's discuss the latest from Rich Dad Robert Kiyosaki. He made a very intriguing tweet just yesterday predicting Bitcoin to reach $350,000 per coin. Not next year, but this year in August, a couple of months out. So let's break this baby down. You can see the headline here. Rich Dad, Poor Dad author Robert Kiyosaki predicts Bitcoin 350,000 by August. Another major headline wrote, Kiyosaki's 350,000 Bitcoin price prediction. Is it too far-fetched? Well, let's start with his own words from the tweet. I even retweeted it and put 350,000 Bitcoin by August 2024, rocket ship to the moon. It got 78 hearts and 9 retweets. We appreciate the love on that. But here's the actual tweet he wrote June 5th, yesterday at 6:05 p.m., less than 24 hours ago. It already got 2.6 million views, 18,000 hearts, and literally almost 4,000 retweets. Here's word for word what Rich Dad has to share. Bitcoin will be $350,000 by August 25th, 2024 is not a lie. It is a prediction. It's speculation. It's an opinion, but it is not a lie. It's sucker's bait, but it is not a lie because any prediction about the future is not a lie. I want $350,000 Bitcoin to be a fact, and I want it to be true, but it is only a prediction. I am confident Bitcoin will hit $350,000 sometime in 2024, but for it is only a target, a dream, and a wish. I keep buying more Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana because quite certain their prices will continue to rise. Why am I so confident? Is it because I am certain about Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana? My answer is no. What I am confident of is the incompetence of our leaders, President Poopy Pants Biden, Secretary Yellen, and Fed Chair Jay Powell. Those are the three stooges in real life. And I am certain, I am very confident about their incompetence. Take care. Buy more gold, silver, Bitcoin, Solana, and Ethereum. Protect yourself from the three stooges. Now, personally, I think this is a pretty brilliant tweet referring to the three stooges as Biden, Yellen, and Jay Powell. He nailed it. Nail in the head. And he's not so confident in particular that the asset is, XYZ, you're going to do this or that. But he's so confident that the three stooges will continue to do what they do best, which is print, which is going to send Bitcoin to 350,000 per coin. I find it interesting. He has an exact date. By August 25th. He didn't break down the significance of the particular date, but he has balls, and I respect that. I love people who make predictions like this. Now, what are your thoughts? Now, the only thing I disagree with, I'm not so crazy about Ethereum and Solana. Obviously, I'm all in on Bitcoin, but I find it interesting that he is now adding Ether and Solana to his bullishness, because previously it was always buy Bitcoin, gold, and silver, Bitcoin, gold, and silver, Bitcoin, gold, and silver. Now he's saying he's adding Ethereum and Solana to his buy. Now, we also know more recently he announced, sometime in the last year, that he had 66 Bitcoin. So he is bullish on Bitcoin. He believes in Bitcoin, but he is also bullish on gold and silver. I personally feel Bitcoin is in a league of its own. You can't really compare it to the rest because as a store of value, Bitcoin has a finite limited supply. We cannot say that about gold or silver. Gold and silver as precious metals are relatively scarce, but there's no true scarcity. Bitcoin is the only commodity in this case, or asset with a finite limited supply, meaning they can never print more of. They can always find more gold and silver in planet Earth. All they got to do is invest more into mining it. Hence what they do. And also, a lot of the Wall Street players like JP Morgan Chase have been caught red-handed with their hand in the cookie jar, spoofing precious metal markets. Hence, I don't trust gold and silver. The only thing I personally trust is Bitcoin. I just want to throw that out there. Now, even Ethereum cannot be compared to Bitcoin as a store of value. Why? It has an infinite max supply. If you go to coinmarketcap.com right now and pull up Ethereum and you look at the max supply, it'll show you the infinity sign. How can something be a store of value with an infinite supply? That's like saying the US dollar is a great store of value. So I disagree with that. And I am not a fan of Solana, and the main reason why, it's a Sam coin. This is the coin that Sam Bankman-Fried, who's currently serving 25 years in prison, is most bullish on. This is the coin he's trying to convince the prison guards and the inmates to buy. So I don't recommend it whatsoever. The one thing I recommend out of all this Bitcoin. But I digress. Let's break down this story, eh? And let me know if you agree with the sentiment of Kiyosaki that Bitcoin can hit multiple six figures this year within the next few months. So let's break it down. Firstly, on his somewhat fantastical prediction of a price of 350,000 Bitcoin by August this year, Kiyosaki admitted it was speculation. He's being honest, and that it was only a target, a dream, and a wish. However, he does say that he would be continuing to buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana because his certainty that their prices will rise. Kiyosaki is so confident about the price rises for these particular assets because of what he perceives as the incompetence of President Biden. Well said. Treasury Secretary Miss Yellen and the Fed's Chairman Jay Powell. He calls them the Three Stooges, which gives him very derogative assumption of their abilities in their post. Exactly. We know they're all corrupt. That's the bigger picture. We know what the agenda is. Kiyosaki ends his rant with advice for investors to buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana, and also adds gold and silver to the list. My question for you guys watching the stream, how many of you agree and also are stacking Ethereum and Solana right now? Let me know. And as well as precious metals. That Bitcoin can reach 350 by August is undoubtedly rather far-fetched. But Rich Dad, he also knows that such a headline would be picked up. So yeah, we do got to note he is a smart man. Clearly, he knows how to market himself. He is a genius marketer and also a financial advisor in the sense he's been writing books giving financial advice like Rich Dad, Poor Dad, which is a classic, as well as many other books. You know what I mean? So shout out to Kiyosaki, but let me know your thoughts. Do you think he's pushed it too far by this very bold prediction? Do you think this is just a pie in the sky? Or do you think this is legit and he genuinely believes that the Bitcoin price action can smash a whopping $350,000 for this particular year in 2024? And hypothetically speaking, one more question for you guys in the chat. If we did smash his target of 350,000 by August, where do you think that would take us as far as the cycle peak next year in this particular epoch of the cycle? Do you think we can then hit 500,000 per coin? My personal prediction I've been sharing with you here on the stream, I feel as a bear scenario, which is the low, 222,000. That's the cycle peak low bear scenario from JV. My bull scenario, 750,000. And if we hit 350 this year, 750 can be very doable, very fruitful target for next year if we can hit 350 this year. If we don't hit 350 this year, let's say Standard Chartered is right, and we only hit 150,000, then I think next year, 350 fruitful, but I am doubtful we'll pass 500,000. So it all depends upon what we do this year. But hey, I'm also open to the fact Bitcoin have no top because fiat have no bottom. And the one guarantee I can make with you today, the purchasing value of Bitcoin is mathematically guaranteed to increase in purchasing power against the dollar, as it has been doing beautifully for the past 15 years. And also that the US dollar purchasing power is mathematically guaranteed to continue to decrease because of these three stooges, as Kiyosaki refers to them as, ultimately meaning we're going to continue to print. We're in a deficit of $35 trillion, and that's how they keep you poor. They control you through the money. What's so genius and revolutionary about perfect money, aka Bitcoin, is the first money in human history that separates money from the state, and it has a finite limited supply, meaning it's also immutable, uncorruptible, it's unf-wittable, unconfiscatable, perfect store of value, pristine collateral, and ain't nobody messing with it. At this point, Wall Street's on board. Hallelujah. We front ran Wall Street, right? All the big asset managers are on board. Hallelujah. We front ran BlackRock. Back when Larry Fink was calling Bitcoin an index for money laundering, we were stacking them sats. Back when Jamie Dimon was calling Bitcoin an index of money laundering and only for criminals, anti-money laundering, tax avoidance, we've been stacking them sats, and the people finally get a big fat W. So respect. Let me know your thoughts on Kiyosaki's prediction.